Mike. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good today, and yourself? You look pretty as always.
Oh, thank you. I'm doing great. How are you dealing with the coronavirus stipulations, like wearing a mask and...
I am so looking forward to the day when this is over with.
Oh, so am I. I haven't been able to hike with my dogs for weeks, and it's terrible. They've closed all the parks, so we can't hike.
Yeah.
So, it's a
Yeah.
bummer. But what can you do? Better safe than sorry, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The other thing that scares me is they keep on talking about after we get over the first hump of this, there could be a reoccurrence of it.
Yeah, I know. I heard that too, but they say by then they ought to have an inoculation or some kind of something that'll help us
I
ease
hope
it
so. I
better.
so
Yeah,
hope
me too. I know. The second wave scares me too because I'm thinking, "Whew, finally I'm free and I'm able to go out and do what I want to do." And then all of a sudden they're going to put restrictions back in place.
Yeah.
And maybe not though. Maybe we won't have a bad second wave. I don't know.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. So what
So,
did you?
okay, actually, my question for you is, do you remember much about your interview process for Charlie's Angels?
Oh, I didn't do an interview. I mean, what I did was a screen test. And
Okay.
yeah, I remember it completely. I had to cry at a fireplace, and I had two changes of costumes because they didn't like my first costume. So a week later, they called me back and said, "You got to wear something else." And they decided to dye my hair red. And so I went along with it, and I ended up getting the part.
Well, you look gorgeous with red hair, you look gorgeous with dark hair, you look gorgeous with blonde hair. So,
Oh, that's sweet of you to say.
Mike.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. And Kiko's in the room too. Hi, Kiko.
Yes. Hi. Hi,
Kiko,
Scott. Hi, Tanya. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there under the circumstances. How about you?
Yeah, I'm at home as well. Tired to be home, but I have to be. Everybody has to be home.
Of course.
So, yes,
Where are you?
I'm from Brazil. I'm from Rio, but I live in Amsterdam, Holland.
Holland, Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a beautiful place. I went there when I was little with my family and went down the canals, and it was a beautiful place. I really liked it. It's a really free society there.
Yes, it is. It
Lucky you.
is.
But do you still fall under the restrictions of staying home and wearing face masks when you go out?
Yes. Yes, I am. I am because I'm also afraid. I'm about 55, 50, almost 56, I'm not that young anymore. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, they say, but the funny thing is that the cases here in Los Angeles are about like 49% are people over 65, and the rest are all people between, youngsters and 42. So, it can hit anybody, really.
Yeah, it's a terrible moment, I think. But I have something to say to you. I just want to say something to you. It's so
Sure.
fun about this generation, I had my nephews at home, looking my Charlie's Angels collection. And one day, long time ago, one day my nephew said to me, "Well, I'm watching the 17 show." I said, "Wow, Tanya Roberts is there." He said, "No." I said, "Tanya Roberts, she's blonde." He said, "Well, this blonde woman is Tanya Roberts from Charlie's Angels." I said, "Yes, that's her." So it's so funny because now he's about 30 something, 36, I think. and there is the whole new generation that knows you. You know, it's so
Yeah,
funny because
yeah, that's the good thing about that 70s show.
yeah, he
Sort
loved
of.
the show.
So did you like the 70s show?
Yes, I did. I did. I didn't watch that much because I was working a lot, but
Mhm.
I'm planning to buy a DVD soon.
Cool.
Very
Okay.
good.
So
Well,
big kiss for you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Carol, Kat, you are in the room. If you'd like to turn on your microphone and your video, that would be great. Tanya, we are live also, of course, going on Facebook right now too. And, oh, hi, Carol.
Hey, Carol, how you doing?
I'm unmuting you now. There you go. I'm sorry, sweetie. Try one more. Oh,
Carol?
hold on. I'm trying to unmute her, sweet. Oh, there she is. Try now, Carol.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Carol, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You're looking great.
Oh, you're looking great too, but how are you handling the coronavirus, staying at home?
Just getting stirred a little bit, stir crazy, but
Yeah, me too.
you
You
know,
know, really hard being inside, especially in California now. It's been raining a lot here, so wouldn't be going out that much anyway. Californians hate the rain, even
right.
though. But
Do you like the water?
huh?
Do you like the water?
The
Are
water?
you a water person?
Yeah, I like the water, like pools and oceans, but not coming out of the sky. I gotta say, you know, the minute the rain comes down in this town, everything slows down. The oil slicks on the freeway and on the roads, and no one can drive in the rain. So it's just the way it is. But we get
Yeah.
a lot of rain, and it'll be good because we need the rain. Oh, we're always.
Yeah. So maybe it'll be nice when it's all over during the summer to
Oh, it'll be
be
beautiful.
able to go out and go in the rain, the water, and
Oh, I can't wait for that day to happen. I can't wait for them to lift the restrictions safely so that we can go out and take a hike, because I hike on the trails with my two dogs, and we can't do it. They've closed all the parks.
yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking to me today.
Oh, sure.
And you have a good day.
You have a great day.
Thank you.
Careful, be safe.
Thank you. You
Sure.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's a lollipop stick in my drink of lemonade. Oh, you can't hear me. Can't hear me.
Can you?
Can you hear me now?
I don't think you can hear me because I was muted myself.
Oh, I
Can
can
you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Oh, cool.
Who put a lollipop in your water?
Hmm?
Who put a lollipop in the water?
I don't know who put a lollipop, but I suspect it's my boyfriend because he's a lollipop, a Tootsie Roll Pop freak. And
Oh.
he probably didn't want the dog to get it or the bird. So he put it in my glass. Little did I know when I took a sip. But
That's
all
crazy.
is well.
Well, that's good. Now on Facebook, we're live on Facebook also. I'm going to read a couple here. Kurt Nelson says, "Hello, Tanya. Thank you for doing this. You rock. Question. In A View to a Kill, were you one of a very few Bond heroines that didn't end up in bed with him? Were you supposed to do it and did you get cut out?" Well, you actually, That's not a truthful statement. Did you not have, your character did have relations with Bond, didn't he? Did she?
Relations with Bond, that's a good one. I was in bed, but not with Bond. I don't think.
No, at the end you were in the shower with him.
I was in the shower. That's right. I was in the shower, which was.
And I think you were doing more than soaping him up.
I think, yeah, we may have been doing a little more than soaping down, but you know. But where, who am I speaking to right now aside from Mike?
That was Kurt from Facebook.
Kurt?
Kurt from Facebook. I'm bringing in, I have John in the room now. And John, if you can turn on your camera, we can lovely to see your face. John, he's trying to do it right now. I can tell. It's happening.
I can see, right? I know it's switching.
Can you guys at least hear me?
We can hear you. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So frustrated with this technology. I'm from New York City, Tanya. Welcome.
Me
New York girl.
Me too. I miss the city a lot, but I go
Well,
back every now and again.
Yeah, now's not a good time to visit.
No, man, you've had the worst of all the states, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
So
But I've been a fan of yours since the '80s, so I'm super excited to talk to you. I wish you could see me, but I'm super excited to meet you. I've been a huge fan of yours since like literally 1981.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, and I've been in this city. I love when you get New York on Charlie's Angels. I love episodes where you get like really like Taxi Angels was one of my favorites, if not my favorite episode. You running through the alley with the birds and the puddles. I was like, yes. And when you said drop it or go down with it, it was like I live for that moment.
That's great. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. So my question was, what was your favorite episode to film?
My favorite episodes, to be perfectly honest, were the ones that were shot in Hawaii, because we went to Hawaii and I had never been to Hawaii before. So for me, it was a great experience. And it was also the sun and the beach and just being outdoors a lot, because mostly we shot in the studio, but in Hawaii, we shot everything outside. And I remember the two other angels, Cheryl and Jacqueline, said to me, great, now you could be stuck wearing the bikinis in all the shots.
Yeah, no, you guys seem to have a lot of fun in Hawaii for sure.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun there, and it was my favorite part of the show.
Now,
weeks.
I've heard you say that the girls treated you really well and that you got along well with Cheryl and Jackie both, which is great.
Yeah, they were so welcoming to me. You can't believe it. It was, like we were old friends in a week. They were really great to me.
That's awesome. Well, I will continue to watch you and everything. There was something, I don't want to hog all your time, but there was something that you did where you were talking to, it was a movie that you did. You were talking to a son whose father you had a relations with. And it was in your reel, your sizzle reel. And you said something like, oh, we didn't make love. And then, watching the son's awkward expression as you explained exactly what you did with his father, I was on the floor laughing. You were hilarious.
I can't remember. I can't remember what show that was.
It was a movie. I can't hear Mike, but it was a movie where you were sitting at a pool with an African-American son and his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I can't remember the name of the show, but yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that too. And I was trying to be a little bit, I was concerned about what he might feel, but he was actually my son not in real life, but on the show, he was supposed to be my son. So obviously I had relations.
You had with his dad. So, the barbershop, that's what someone just typed in.
Oh yeah, was that it?
So I just, your candor and your lack of filter and the way you delivered that line, it just cracked me up. You're so diverse, and I love your acting, and I think you're really cool, down to earth New York chick, and I just always dug your performances. So I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
Cool. All right, I'll let
Thank you,
somebody else talk for once. New Yorker will step aside. Push New Yorker. We'll let somebody else.
Thank you, John. And we have, is your name really Pixel too?
No, it's David. Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I just didn't know where to put my name in there, but I guess it said Pixel 2 there. Sorry. But I was gonna ask you, David.
David. So how are you coping with the coronavirus?
Trying to stay in and trying to wear gloves. I'm also delivering for Amazon so I'm wearing gloves and mask and doing that kind of thing too.
I heard that Amazon is really good about keeping people covered up when they're putting packages, things.
Yeah, they're really good about the social distancing too and everything, and making sure everyone knows all the good safety precautions and everything.
That's a good company to work for. So you're happy there, huh?
Yeah, I do that part-time. I also work at a call center, so we're doing social distancing there too.
At a what?
A call center for a bank.
Oh, call center.
Yeah.
For what purpose?
What was that?
What kind of call center is it?
It's a bank for people calling in about their bank accounts, and we go over their accounts and everything.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm always calling in about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's really important right now. We're one of the essential businesses, so we're still open.
Yeah. Thank God.
What's your question?
Yes, but I was going to ask you about your first day on the set at Charlie's Angels. What was the first scene that you shot, and how was it on the first day?
Oh, the first day was scary because it was the first real thing I had done on, and so I was a little nervous, but the script was really good, and so I felt, and the girls were really kind to me, so I felt really boosted by that, and I didn't feel as scared as I would have. But I was doing I was supposed to be a sort of an offbeat kind of a wild side to the Angels, because they didn't have a girl like me on the show before. So I was the wild one, or the New Yorker, or whatever you want to call it. Street girl. That's what I was. And it was a little bit of a change up for Charlie's Angels, but I think it worked. It worked. And yeah, I was nervous, but I got right into it because they were all so welcoming. So it was cool.
Yeah, I remember the People magazine where it had a picture of you on there introducing you, and it said, are you going to be able to break the angel jinx after Jelly? And and basically it said that you were bringing like a special kind of humor to the show on the cover. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. A special kind of humor into the show?
Yeah, that's what it said on the cover of the People. It said you were bringing a special kind of humor to the show.
Yeah, well, I was a different kind of an angel. I think the others were more polished, a lot more polished than me. And so, yeah, I think they gave me stuff to do that was a little different than the other angels had done. So it was, it was great. I had a great time. I'm really sorry it only lasted 5 years, but I knew that going in. So, what can you do?
Yeah, if it wasn't for the writer's strike, there probably would have been more episodes on the last season too.
Right, you're so true. That's so true. That was the writer's strike that stopped it. Otherwise, we would have kept on going the whole season. But the other two girls did not want to do another year. So I knew that going in. I knew it was going to be the final season, but I didn't know it was going to happen so shortly after the strike. So when Aaron came on the stage to tell us, I was like teary-eyed And the other two were jumping up and down, saying, yes, we're free.
Oh, but one thing before I go too, Jacqueline said on Twitter that she would love to do a reunion, and Cheryl does too. So we're trying to get everyone together and get someone to buy it for a reunion thing.
Yeah, that would be totally cool. That would be great. I know that I'd like to, but so far I haven't heard anything. But that would be really cool to do.
I think the angels should come back for Jill's funeral.
Okay. Absolutely. Thank you, David. Thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. And be safe
Bye,
out there.
Tanya. Thanks a lot.
And Tanya, I'm unmuting you, Jan. Is that how you say
Yeah, that's me. How are you? Hello, Tanya.
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name again?
Jan, Y-A-N. I always spell it out.
Jan. Okay.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing under the circumstances?
I'm okay. I'm all right. Safe.
Are you wearing your mask and all that stuff?
When I go out, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I haven't been out, believe it or not. I haven't been out in 3.5 weeks because I'm so scared that my dogs are going to get. Did you hear on the news that the tiger caught it from a human being?
No.
Yeah, a tiger in one of the zoos caught COVID-19 from one of the keepers, and no one knew that you could pass it to an animal, but I don't think the animals can pass it to you.
Yeah, I heard that.
I didn't hear that. That's a wild story.
Yeah.
Wow. I was going to ask you, are you coming to Chiller Theater in June 5th?
Is it in June? In what city?
We were supposed to be with Kay Jackson in April, but they moved.
We got canceled.
Canceled.
I thought they would have canceled it a little longer than June because I'm not even sure that we're going to be safe to go out in June, let alone take a plane ride from LA to New Jersey.
Yeah.
But I wish
June.
to set it back further. I really do, because
okay.
And I would love to do it. It was a lot of fun, that show for me. So I'd love to do it. But you heard for sure that it's going on in June?
Yeah, it's official on the webpage.
Really?
I
didn't see that.
Yeah,
No.
but you are not there anymore. Neither is Kay Jackson. So you are not there anymore.
We're just waiting to make sure that everything's, A-okay to go. So we haven't heard from New York big table yet. So as soon as we know, we'll post on all her social media. We'll let you know when we're there. We're definitely going to go when it does happen.
And any reunion, any big?
People always ask me that. And you know what? I know that Cheryl and Jacqueline would love to do a reunion, and so would I. But so far, Aaron's no longer with us, Aaron Spelling. And so I don't know who would be putting it together unless it was ABC. Or
No, for the fans, for the fans like us, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. We'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a great question. Hopefully it will happen.
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe.
Would love to. Love to see it. Thank you so much, Tanya. All the best to you.
Stay safe. Stay safe.
Thanks.
Thanks,
John. Okay. Whew, Tanya, how you doing? Getting a drink.
Drinking lollipop drink again.
Well, I'm trying to pull somebody else in the room. Let's see what else is going on Facebook. How about that?
Sure.
Yeah, right. I went out yesterday. Well, today I went walking. I had my face mask on, and they sure steam up my face. They are face steamers. Yeah, they It's fun. It's fun. All right, Ron Green on Facebook says, "Hi Tanya, any memories working with Carol Lindley and Laya Wagner? They both recently passed. They were on Charlie's Angels."
Oh, I didn't even know that Lindley passed. I didn't know that at all. She was terrific and she looked so good for her age. She was amazing and really easy to work with. I had no idea that she passed away. Wow. And who else was it?
Laya Wagner. No, not Laya Wagner. Yeah, Laya Wagner. Yeah, he just passed just recently.
Really? I didn't know that either. God, I don't know where I've been. I didn't hear about either of those. They were both great to work with. And everyone, you know, it's funny, but when you're doing a show, the people who come on as guests always want to do their best because, you know, they're coming onto your show and they want to leave a good impression. So
Yes.
they're always real nice, real easy to work with. And it's always a pleasure for me. It was so great to be on that end of it rather than being someone going to a show and being a guest, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice to be
Right.
a guest.
All right, we have a couple more people in the room. Elsie, I'm going to just turn off your video so we can have Janice, and then we'll bring you right back in. Okay, can you hold on 1 second? Thanks, darling. Janice.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, hi. Good, how are you?
I'm great. How are you handling the virus?
Well, it's so funny that the person just ahead of me asked about how you felt about Carol Lindley and Lyle Wagner, because I've been going through and watching my Charlie's Angels DVDs, and I just watched that episode yesterday.
Oh, really? That's a coincidence.
Yeah, I'm at home and I knit and I crochet, and so I've been making stuff. Sorry, I just wanted to show you. I made this hat the other day.
Oh, how'd you make it? You knitted it?
I crocheted it.
Oh,
So,
crochet.
yeah.
Wow.
I've been trying, like, I'm not going to work right now, so I've just been making a bunch of hats and scarves and stuff.
Oh, that's great. What a great talent that is.
Thank you. And I just wanted to say hi because I have been a fan of yours probably for, I guess, since the 80s, I guess, right? Because that's when. So what have you been up to? Like, do you have any other projects in the work or anything?
I was doing that 70s show. And, and that was the last thing I did. My husband passed away, and so I had to leave the show before it was over. But I've been going up for a few things. I'd love to get another comedy, but you know, now everything's closed down. All the studios, everything. There's nothing happening. So I think everybody's just sitting at home waiting for them to lift the, you know, restrictions so we can get out of our houses. But have you been doing okay at home aside from your crocheting?
I guess
been
just
out, I mean, at all?
Just to the grocery store and to Dollar Tree, 99-cent store, because you can get they have frozen food there, they have fresh produce, and I went to Vons
store.
Because the first week that I went grocery shopping, I spent like almost $150 at Vons and Ralph's, and I hardly came back with any food. So then one of my friends told me that the 99-cent store they have blueberries, blackberries, carrots, they have celery, they have salad. They have pretty good prices. Like some stuff's 99 cents, some stuff is $2.99, $3.99. Like they have avocados, they have oranges.
Wow.
So,
I had no idea that they even had anything to do with food. I thought they were just, you know, a store that sold sponges and stockings and, you know, hair rollers. I had no idea that they carried food.
It depends on
there all the time.
Oh, yeah. They have a frozen section. They have a refrigerated section. They have, like, you can get stuff like coffee, tea, peanut butter. drinks, like, you know, Perrier's, Arizona iced teas. But mainly I've just been trying to stay in the house and watch a lot of television.
Yeah, me too. I've been binging. I've been binging on this show called Miss Fisher. That's an Australian show, but it's
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, my friend, she has cable, and before the whole pandemic, she showed me Miss Fisher. I love the fashions on Miss Fisher and Miss Fisher's little haircut.
Fantastic, great haircut, great clothes. I mean,
Yeah.
real Chinese clothes, but made of the most beautiful materials. And the plots are great, and she's terrific in it. So I'm sort of binging on that. I'm on season 2 right now. And I was also watching, what was it? The one with Al Pacino. I can't remember.
Oh, that movie, that really long movie.
No, the series.
Nazi movie.
What was
Hunters.
Hunters, that's right.
Oh.
But then it started to get, it was about the Nazi hunting years later. It's taking place in the 70s. So there was for people who were, you know, needed to be brought out and brought to justice. And I was watching that. I loved it, but then it got really, really heavy at one point. And I thought, I need to lighten up. So Miss Fisher just did it for me, man.
Yeah.
Fashion alone is so great. It's so great.
So can I ask you how you enjoyed being a Bond girl? Was that fun?
Oh, it was fantastic. I loved it. It was just, it's first of all, you know, there aren't that many Bond girls. I mean, I don't know how many.
When you're in the conference. I am.
But I think 20 something. But yeah, it was fantastic. We worked all over the world, all over the globe. And it was just fun working with Roger Moore. I knew at the time it was his last Bond, that it was his last, you know, portrayal of Bond. And it was always in up spirits, always cracking jokes. Great guy to work with. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Janice. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tanya.
Keep up the crocheting.
Thank you.
And we have Elsie in the room. Hey, Elsie, thanks for waiting.
Hi.
Hey, Elsie, how you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you dealing with the coronavirus?
We're hanging in there. We've been home 3 weeks almost.
Yeah,
So,
that's
we
like,
chose the
you
quarantine.
haven't gone out at all?
Sorry?
You haven't gone out at all?
Well, we went to the butcher last weekend. I figured that might be a little safer than, you know, the bigger grocery stores where more people are going. So we went there and they have produce and stuff. So, but that's pretty much it. We haven't left the house at all, you know.
Same with me. And my dogs are looking at me. They're giving me these really dirty looks like,
right.
hike. And I'm trying to keep them calm, but they say they've closed all our parks and all our hiking trails because the distance, they're so narrow that you'd have to really almost bump elbows to get by. So it's a challenge being at home. It can get a little hairy, but I've been staying at home, and if I have to go out, I'm wearing a mask and gloves.
Yeah, we did the same. We wore masks and gloves when we got out of the car, and it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? It's, you know, it's like a science fiction movie to me.
It is.
I can't believe that there's actually a pandemic that has the whole world shut down.
Right, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Well,
I
I just wanted to say hi. I've been a fan since I was probably about 4 years old. Started watching Sheena.
Thanks a lot.
I've been obsessed with Sheena my whole life. If anyone knows me, they've seen the movie then. So, and can quote it and everything. So I saw the opportunity and thought I would say hello.
Oh, cool. Thanks so much. Good to meet you, and be safe. Be safe.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun, Tanya. I have a couple more people. How are you doing? You having a drink? I have a drink. I haven't.
Water, a drink of lollipop water with some kind of thing floating.
I'm having Jack Daniels. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
I took a chance and I swallowed it. Whatever it was. It wasn't that big. It wasn't a bug. It was some little mixture of a lollipop with water.
All right, that's
sounds like a new treat, huh?
It does. Okay, Nikki's coming in now. I'm asking him to turn on the camera. There he is. I'm gonna turn on, I'm sorry, I'm unmuting you. Oh crap. There you are. Now you're unmuted. Now, Nick, take it away.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
How are you handling all the restrictions about going out and wearing a mask and staying safe at home if you can? Have you been?
Well, I'm here in Brooklyn, so I'm really trying to stay inside because New York is not a place right now.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker too, and boy, I know New York got hit really bad.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm here with my family. I'm quarantined with my mom and my husband, and my mom is an essential worker, so that's a little scary having to see her go every day.
Yeah, God, wow, it's like a whole new reality. It's like the world. I feel like I'm in a science fiction movie. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, or a nuclear bomb's been dropped. Because I look outside and everything's green and beautiful, and I know I can't go out there. So it's so weird. It's weird.
I know, it's a shame that it's really nice this time of year.
Yeah.
Like, why couldn't it be like the winter when it's snowing and I don't want to leave anyway?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's been raining here, and we in California, we don't go out when it rains. We stay home.
Yeah.
That's how rarely it rains here. But it's been raining for 3 weeks, so
wow.
You know, we've been at home, but that's good because I feel safer at home, and you know.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. You gotta be safe first. And just when I get a package in the mail, I actually wear gloves to open it up, even though I hear that Amazon is really careful that all their packaging people wear gloves and masks. I still wear my gloves when I open packages. And yeah, it's crazy out there. But our governor's fantastic, Governor Newsom, and we just got $1 billion worth of PPE equipment for others, more than we actually needed. And so we're sending out some things to other states, like masks and gloves. And so we're really.
Yeah, I think we need some here.
You need.
I said, oh yeah, I think we need some here.
No, I think he's going to be sharing with New York because he always.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
In his speeches.
So, do you have a question?
Oh yeah, I do. Well, I just want to say I'm a big fan of all your work, Charlie's Angels, A View to a Kill. But I really wanted to ask you about if you had any fun stories about working on Tourist Trap.
Oh, Tourist Trap. Wow, yeah. That goes back. Yeah, actually, when we were in the water, supposedly there was something in the water by our legs. And I really felt something in the water by my legs. So it wasn't acting. It was a real reality. I don't know what it was, but it was a stream. It wasn't that wide. But I had fun doing that. And I also had a lot of fun getting knifed in the back of the neck. That was a first for me. So that was fun too. And Chuck Connors was a groove. He was great to work with.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about him.
Yeah, he was great to work with. He had been around a long time, so he was giving me acting instructions, which I needed at the time because it was my first real reality. And he was really helpful to me and really good in the part, I thought, too. God, that's funny that you should remember that. I always forget it. That movie.
Really? Oh, it's. I think it's one of the creepiest movies. So every time I think about scary movies, I think about that one.
Huh?
I said every time I think about scary movies, I always like think about that one. It's really.
Yeah, all those dolls with their eyes open and masks, all that. Yeah, it was creepy, very creepy. And it was even creepy to walk into the room where all those, dolls were. It was it was creepy to shoot. It really was. And we shot way out and who knows where, but it was a real creepy shoot, but fun.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
great. Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming.
Good to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
So Tanya, from Facebook, I'm going to read you a question from Facebook now. Andre, hi Tanya, greetings from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I'm a journalist. Sheena is a movie very popular in Brazil. I have been in Kenya on the same places where you shot the film. Do you remember any specific set place in Kenya that you have thought wonderful during the shooting?
Oh yeah, Lake Naivasha, where all the flamingos are. That's in Kenya. Was amazing when you saw the flamingos fly all at once, thousands of them. And one side of their wing is pink and the other one's black, so birds can't see them from above and attack them. And that was great. And also shooting with the elephants was the best experience I ever had, because we actually followed the herds of cows and their babies in a helicopter, and we'd land and we'd shoot, certainly a distance away, but not that far away. Yeah. And that was so beautiful to see the mothers with the cows with their babies. It was an experience of a lifetime, and I'm so glad I did it.
Excellent. Well, I brought Michael into the room.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing?
Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you handling the epidemic?
I'm doing quite well. Yeah, I'm adjusting very well.
You are? Have you been going out much?
Yes, I work with disabled people, and usually my job is to take them out into the community and do volunteer work and recreational things.
That's great.
Yeah, but right now because of what's going on, we have to keep them inside. So we're just watching movies most of the day.
Oh well, have you watched anything good?
Only Charlie's Angels. I wanted to ask you, I just watched one of Jacqueline's movies, Night Kill, and it was in the DVD supplement. She said, it was so hard for me to transition to films because people just saw me as a television actress. And she said, sometimes they thought of us on Charlie's Angels as just being dolls. She said, it took me so long to, get, work with substance. And it didn't look like you. Yeah. So it didn't look like you had the same issue, like with, you really got into films pretty quickly, like big films like View to a Kill. And that 70s show, you did comedy too. I mean,
yeah, you're right. Well, the difference was she was on the show for the full 5 years, and I was only on the show for the last year. So I didn't get as pigeonholed as she did. But I can really understand that. That's what happens when you're on a series for a long time. People identify you with that role so much that it's very hard to make the transition for a lot of people.
Yes. My favorite episode with you was Attack Angels, and I thought you were so real on that when you were supposed to have been hypnotized. I had asked Mike in a previous show which of the angels did most of their own stunts, and he assured me that none of you did. But whenever I saw you doing your fight scenes, you looked like you were throwing all your own punches and kicks. I mean, you looked pretty real when you were mixing it up.
Well, we did some of our own stunts. We did some of them, but anything that would caused the show to shut down. So unlike Sheena, where I rode the horse bareback through the wildebeest and the hartebeest, which Columbia never knew about. But unlike that, they brought in people to do the really heavy lifting for us. But we did a lot of things. We ran around a lot in high heels.
Yes, that is dangerous.
And that is dangerous.
Do you have any memories to share from us from the movie that you made with Dirk Benedict called Body Slam?
Oh my God. I can't believe you remember that. Jeez, I can't remember more than the wrestling on that. So I haven't seen that movie since I did it. So I can't remember much of it, except the director was an ex-stuntman. I know that. And it was fun as far as I remember. But I don't remember a lot of specifics. I'm sorry. It was so long ago, I forgot.
Dirk Benedict must have been one of your handsomest leading men, though.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was. The kind you get a crush on.
Yes.
Not careful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you so much. Bye, Tanya.
Hey, be safe.
And Tanya, we have Tracy in the room now.
Hi, Tracy. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing with the whole pandemic?
You know, I'm from north of the border. I'm calling you from Canada. So
I used to live in Toronto.
It's pretty crazy up here too. I'm at the office. You guys were saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's actually after 5 here. I'm trying to get caught up. Things are super crazy. I don't know where my drink is, but I got my empty water cup. So cheers to you, Tanya.
Oh, cheers to you too. And actually, and always wear. Do you have to wear the masks that we do in California up there?
I was gonna ask you and Mike. Actually, I'm a friend of Mike's. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Good. I was gonna ask you, is it mandatory already for you guys to have the masks?
Right now, it was made mandatory, I think, a couple of days ago.
It actually goes into effect fully on Friday here.
Friday? Okay. I actually saw that on CNN or something, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, they've been talking about it a lot, and our governor just bought like $1 billion worth of masks and gloves for us and for other states to share, because we have a bigger buyer power than a lot of other states do. So he's been terrific. And
yeah, that's good. That's great. Well, I'm a huge Charlie's Angels fan too. And of course, watched all the episodes, have all the DVDs and all the, you know, so remember you from the late 70s when I was, of course, a kid and very looking up to you guys as my idols. So,
thank you. That's so sweet to say.
Yeah, so I just really wanted to say hello and greetings from north of the border, and just touch base and tell you you're looking great, and to take care down there.
Hey, and you take care up there. Be safe. Be sure you don't go out and get too close to anybody else.
Yeah, we're doing our best, and we're praying this thing is over as soon as it's sooner than later. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping too. I'm hoping too. They keep saying May, but I don't know if they're being optimistic or what. But yeah, I can't wait till it's over. My dogs are giving me the evil eye for not taking them for hikes because they've closed all the parks. So,
it's yeah, you guys always have nice weather. It must be hard to be inside. We're just coming out of winter.
The funniest thing though is that it's been raining for the last 3 weeks. And when it rains in California, nobody goes out. I mean, it's just one of those things that's such a rare occurrence that they just don't go out in the rain. So that part of it's been okay, that it's been raining at least, so we can sit and watch movies and not feel so bad. But it's been really tough being locked up, you know, not being able to go out. I haven't been out in 3.5 weeks.
That's crazy. So you mentioned movies. What should I watch? What's your favorite movie that you just watched?
My favorite movie, well, actually, oh God, I have a lot of movies that I love. The latest movie that I watched was The Irishman, I think, which was good. Not one of Scorsese's best, but it was good. And I've been watching on television. I'm binging now on a series called Miss Fisher,
Right.
the Australian series. Do you know one? Do you know it?
Yep. Yep. And Irishman, I can't believe I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to go start that tonight.
Well, you
Sounds
know
good.
it's really. Oh, you're going to a movie? Oh, you're going to rent it?
Netflix.
Oh,
Netflix.
Netflix. Right. Yeah, I thought for a second you were theater. Yeah, it's interesting to see them get younger, but they didn't look. I thought they didn't look as good as they did in real life when they were younger. But it's still beginning. It's such a new technology, but it's a good movie. And otherwise, everything that got nominated, I saw basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff out there to see, and on Netflix. And
Thanks,
on,
Tracy. Thank
Okay,
you so much,
guys take
Tracy.
care. Thanks. See you later.
hey, see you later. Good to talk to you.
And now we have Toby in the room with you. Oh, sorry, Janet. I'm kicking you out again.
Toby?
Yes. Toby, you're on.
Hey, Toby.
I'm doing it then. I've never done this before. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. Talk.
Hello, how are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing under the circumstances?
Well, I've got Crohn's disease, the autoimmune thing. So I cannot be around anybody because of that. And my parents are in their 80s. So I have to be careful. And my mom and dad don't take it seriously, but I do. So I, with I don't understand why grocery stores here are not, the employees are not wearing the mask. So that doesn't make sense to me. They should be taking it seriously. What do you do to keep yourself busy at home?
Yeah, it's tough being home. It's really tough. You look outside and it's so beautiful. We've had a lot of rain, but you look outside and it's so green and beautiful. And you just think, why can't I go out? And I keep thinking I'm in a science fiction movie and then a bomb's been dropped. I mean, this is the weirdest thing that I've ever been through in my life. I've never been in a situation where I couldn't leave the house without a mask. And I'm afraid to leave the house without a mask because I'm in gloves because I'm still afraid I'm going to catch it, you know?
How do you exercise? Do you exercise? Do you have exercise equipment at home?
Are you exercising when you're home, Tanya? If you're exercising, are you exercising at home?
Oh, yeah. I normally hike with my dogs in the park, and so they're not real happy right now. But yeah, I've been doing some exercises at home and some yoga at home. And but it's not the same thing. The hike is really like a shot in the arm. It's up and down these big hills, and it's great. Right across the street from where I live, just about a block up. And so how about you? Have you been exercising at home?
I have, but if I'm around people, I wear the mask. But if I'm by myself, like I go walking at the park, I go to the park. I'm from Mississippi, so we don't take that seriously, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Toby. It's nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Toby, and be sure you stay safe and wear your mask.
Pardon, what did you say? Say that again.
Bye-bye.
She said,
Bye-bye.
be okay. Bye. She said, be safe. Bye. All right, Tanya. Goodness. Let's just do a couple questions from Facebook.
Okay.
David says, hi, how do you feel when you saw the big 2-page ad in TV Guide for your premiere?
Oh yeah. That was a trip. I hated that picture, by the way. But what can you do? It's publicity. So yeah, it was a real trip for me because I had never done anything with so high profile. I had just done little low budget movies, a couple of them, and this was really my first experience on national television. So it was a real shot in the arm, you know?
Absolutely. Another one is Andre asks, the animal trainer Herbert Wells, who trained the animals for Sheena, wrote a book where he decided to he wrote a chapter on Sheena. On the chapter, he said that you and the actress Elizabeth Toro, Toro,
that's right,
had a quarrel because she refused to touch it in a Pacific scene. Did she refuse to touch something in a Pacific scene?
No, I was crying because she was dying, and she got pissed off that my tears were falling on her cheeks because I was really crying. And don't ask me why, but she made a big scene out of it. So, you know, what can I tell you? We weren't real friendly, but she was of some royal family in Africa, actually a princess or something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but she was a little difficult to work with. I think that's because of her status. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to.
She played the shaman.
Yes, she did play the shaman. Stephanie asks, are you a vegan? I am, and a great healthy and wellness. I can't.
You know, I want to be a vegan, and all I eat is basically vegetables, really vegetables and fruits. But I eat a little chicken because I can't get tofu in any frozen food things that I buy. And so I'm going to have to learn some great recipes. So maybe you can send some to me because I'd love to learn how to cook vegan. I love tofu, the firm stuff. I think it's great, and the seitan is great, but I just haven't found any great recipes, and my boyfriend is a carnivore, so it makes it even harder. He doesn't want to eat tofu under any circumstances.
All right, we have Sunny in the room with you, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I live up in the mountains, so I'm kind of used to sheltering in place and having a full fridge. So I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. So you're not surrounded by a lot of people.
There isn't another property for about 600, a house for about another 600 to 900 feet. So like 5 acres away. So yeah,
wow.
My space.
So do you have anything told you by that you should wear protection way up where you live?
Everywhere. I'm in California also. I'm between Bakersfield and LA, up in the up on the I-5 in the Grapevine area.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know where that is.
It doesn't hurt to be safe, you know. Whatever anybody says about it, you know, being safe is most important.
Be safe. God forbid that you get it, because who knows who's going to come down and die with it. I mean, really, there's many people overseas who died with it. It's people from the age of 18 to 42. So it's can hit anybody. And I've been staying in myself. I haven't gone out in 3.5 weeks, and I have 2 dogs that are going crazy on me. They're like running all over the house going nuts because they haven't had any exercise. But they've shut down all the trails where I am. I can't even go on the trails, and they basically everything's shut down.
Yeah, I'm fortunate. I have land, and so I go out with the dogs. I'm a dog lover. I'm a dog lover also. What kind did you have?
That's how can you not love a dog? I say anyone who doesn't love a dog isn't human.
I agree.
They're my best friends. They're my best buddies. But
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have two. I have a mutt who has a little poodle in him and a little lab in him and a little, I don't know what else he has in him.
A lot of lovable.
But he sheds. So I know that he might not have as much poodle as I thought. But, and then my other one I also adopted, and she is part boxer, part German Shepherd, and part pit. So she's great. She's
big dog.
She's my little baby. She's, she's the older one, and I love her to death, but she's just giving me dirty looks all day long. Why are we going out? Why are we going out?
Well, I wanted to ask you, I'm an equestrian myself, and I just wanted to ask you about your riding experience. How did you start riding? When did you start riding? Do you still ride?
Well, yeah, I haven't ridden in a few years, but yes, I started when I was about 9. And then my parents bought a share of this farm, and so they bought me a series of horses. I used to go in the Canadian National Exhibition. I never won anything, but so when it came time to do Sheena, I was really a good rider, and I rode the whole thing bareback. It wasn't a zebra. It was not. It was. What the hell was it?
It's an Arabian.
Arabian, exactly.
I could tell by the yeah.
Yeah, they have the most
confirmation.
They are. But when it came time to do that, I had no problem because I had ridden for so long. And when our teacher taught us to jump, all he'd do is he'd put a rope around their neck, not even a rope, a string just about, and you just give them a kick, and well, these weren't high jumps, they were like 2 feet. But at the beginning, that's how they taught us. And so I really had strong thighs, and I was able to really grip them because we rode through herds of hartebeests and wildebeests in Africa, and it could, if you didn't ride, you couldn't have done it. They couldn't at the moment. How many horses do you have?
I have 4 here that are mine and 2 that belong to a friend.
Oh,
so I have my hands full. Yeah, I get to go out, feed them. I'm emotionally, this being locked down isn't affecting me as much as others. I wish others had the luxury of being able to at least take care of their souls in that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're so lucky. That's fantastic. And what did you say they were? Arabians?
No, I have quarter horses.
Oh, quarter horses. They're fantastic. Did you ever do any barrel racing or anything like that?
I have. I absolutely have.
So you're a really good rider.
I used to have more confidence until a very, very old injury kind of crept up on me. So now I don't take as many risks. But I was a pretty good rider. I can say that. I feel good about that.
You had to be good. And
so
you're lively.
Yes. Well, I just wanted to say hi and ask you about that. I really felt connected to you and Sheena because you were the warrior woman, and I always felt like a warrior woman, and you rode horses. So I felt we were kindred spirits in that way.
Oh yeah, that's great. Are you staying?
Thank you for everything.
No, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Great.
Thanks, Sunny.
Thank you. Good to talk to you too. Bye.
And we have 2 more people, and then we're going to call it a day. But right now we have Tanya in the room, and oh no, did I take Tanya off? Oh, Tanya, I took you out. Oh my gosh, hit the video, Tanya. I'm sorry, Sunny, I'm taking you out. Lance, can you start the video again? I hit the video off for Tanya. Tanya, can you hear me? Tanya Henderson. I can't hear you. Where are you going? She's leaving. All right. Well, I've lost Tanya Roberts. Oh, there you are. Hi. Hold on. Where are you? Well, that is so weird, Tanya. For some reason, Zoom puts you somewhere and I hit you by mistake. I'm so sorry. I'm so fired, people. I'm so fired. We have Tanya in the room. Tanya, hi. Tanya, we can't hear you.
I can't hear.
No.
No, I
Nope,
can't.
Can't hear you.
I can't hear you at all. You can hear Mike. No, I hear Mike, but I don't hear the guest.
No. The guest doesn't have her. Tanya. Well, I'm sorry we can't hear you. I had someone else in the room, but they've gone. Well, I think that's that. Tanya Henderson, I guess we're going to have you on next time, next Wednesday. Sorry, sweetie, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
So Tanya, that's it. That's the way I end the show. I just turn you off when I guess I'm done.
Hey.
Let's see if there's. I know. Let me see if there's any. Facebook was feeling like we were neglecting them today, and they're like, please say some questions from us. So let me do just 2 questions here. Emma asked, was there a Julie Rogers doll?
No, they never gave me a doll because it was the last season and I guess they figured they didn't have to. So I never got an action figure, which was a real bummer. I wanted one.
Tanya wrote, another Tanya wrote, you're beautiful, Tanya. My father named me after you.
Really? Wow, that's a compliment. Thank you so much.
And Kurt asked, Tanya, was that? I'm hearing someone else in the background. That might have been Tanya now. We'll do one more question. Kurt asks, have you ever met Kate Jackson, Farrah Fawcett, or Shelley Hack?
Yeah, I met Kate Jackson at a signing. I think we were in London and she was sitting next to me and she was as sweet as could be, really nice to all the people who came up to the table to say hi to her. And she was terrific and I never saw her after that. But I know she's in great shape because I have a friend who knows her who said she's doing great, and her son, and she's living in LA.
Like you are. So how are you handling the rain up there? How's the rain?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, well, it's not raining at the moment, but it's been raining for 3.5 weeks. So I've been trapped in the house for 3.5 weeks, which is no sacrifice because Californians don't go out in the rain. We're afraid.
That's true. We are afraid of going out in the rain.
Yeah. And no one can drive in the rain either because the oil slicks on the road. So it's like, and then staying safe and staying where you are, people just aren't going out. So the air is so clear. I have views the whole city. And yeah. I can see every building, everything around it. It's never been so clear because there's no cars on the road.
I know. As soon as we lift it, I'm going to come up there and take some pictures in your backyard. It's beautiful. Everybody, thank you for joining us today for our third. Can you believe it? It's our third chat, Tanya. Third chat. And I think I did pretty well with bringing people in the room, but other than turning you off, that was pretty.
Good to see you all.
Good to see you all. Thank you, y'all. Join us next Wednesday right here. We're going to do the chat again. We're going to bring people in again here on Zoom. And also, what else? Just be safe. Stay at home. Wear your masks.
Wear your masks and your gloves when you go out. And don't go out if you don't have to. That's what I recommend.
And call friends and check in on with them and check in with family and like my family and I were doing a Zoom Easter. So we're all going to be on Zoom talking to each other on Easter. So,
Cool. That's great.
so
That's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are doing for Passover. They're celebrating it on Zoom, and that's a great way to be together. I mean, technology has made it so we're not so alone. You know what I mean? Without Zoom and Facebook and everything, we'd be completely isolated. But this way we can stay in touch, which is great.
which is great. Well, thank you, Tanya, for doing this again. We will see you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.
Stay safe, and I'm see.